golden apples, golden melons, and now golden flowers, plus a bunch of brand new baby mobs that probably couldn't tell if they were in showers, because they're always in water, so they're wet. So anyway, this is the snapshot that we were predicting would be one of the biggest of the year, but how has that actually played out? Well, let me answer all of your big questions about it and all of the features inside of it here, because this is what Mojang is calling
our first game drop of 2026, which is easily our cutest game drop ever.
Hello, I'm APX, Toy Cat, and I might be on the road. My PC might be away for repair. This seemed like an impossible video to record, but thanks to my editor Harrison and all of this putting together, we should hopefully be able to show you what is inside of 26.1 Snapshot 5, and notably not the first preview and beta for 26.10, but let's go into that after I say, hello, I'm IBX Hero Brian, and here are all of the features inside of it. There are lots of very big questions I had after seeing them, but it's important we clarify what these features are by going to this wonderful cage that we have set up here, and I've got to say that showing off the baby dolphins, the first big new feature, was one that I just found hilarious because, as you can see right here, despite having a giant cage lined up every single time Harrison tried to spawn them, they just went all free willy and decided to go missing. So anyway, this is the brand new baby dolphin. Isn't it adorable? The answer is yes. Do you know what else is adorable? The fact that squids now officially have baby squids as a full-on variant for the Java edition. Ooh, isn't that nice? And the same is true for, look at this right here, the glow squids too. These are 3 brand new baby mobs that show how the baby theme of this update, it's gone from regular mobs to horses, and now, oh, look how turfy his eyes are, but it's now gone to the update Aquatic as well, kind of giving us this like update Aquatic, but baby vibe. Kind of on board of that, I've got to be honest. As you can see right here, there are, all sorts of other things that you might feel like are worth testing, like the baby turtle. But oh my god, it's super, super cute. It's no longer just a tiny version of the giant mob, like a villager, but instead it has its whole own model. And honestly, this is the thing about the baby turtle. No matter what you did to it, was going to be cute. But this is a redesign that is designed to make sure that when you try to get some cute, it looks much better. Okay, that should be everything in this drop, right? Except no, there's one more thing. Let me show you it right now. This is a brand new crafting recipe for a brand new item, because many people are looking at all these brand new babies like the turtles, or indeed, like these, baby axolotls, the brand new rarest mob in the game, because it's not just if you get a brand new baby blue axolotl, it's not just a 1 in 1200 mob, but it will only last for 10 or 20 minutes until it grows up. Except they added a brand new item to make this even more interesting. So as well as this brand new baby model that they've got going on here, they've also got a brand new way to make sure that you can keep that model. And what is it? Well, let me show you this recipe. The golden flower. It's actually the golden dandelion, and it is a recipe that you'll unlock the first time you breed any mob together, because when you breed a mob, you're going to get a baby, and Mojang's basically going to say, hey, would you like to keep that baby around forever? We were theorizing as a community that this might come from name tags or something like that. I felt like it would be quite an out there step, but no, Mojang are just going out and out and saying, here is a brand new item. If you give it to a mob, it will stay a baby forever. That is the extent of the official features in this update. We'll talk about the Bedrock side of things later and the weird what might feel missing here. But I had a bunch of questions after seeing this, such as, okay, cute brand new mobs, cute brand new flower, but if this is our first flower in a while, I need to know every single way that it works. So first of all, you can place it on the ground. It's very delightful. Kind of cool in that way, in my opinion. But second of all, can you use it for all of the normal things? Can you bone meal it? No. Can you compost it? No. Can you use it in suspicious stew? Surprisingly, yes, but it's got the same effect as dandelion, and so you'd be silly to, unless you just like flexing with your gold usage. There are so many weird ways that you can use this, and now I'd like to officially point out that thanks to our research, we have worked out there is now, if you have too many golden carrots, or too many golden apples, or indeed too many enchanted golden apples in your world, there's now officially a way to get rid of them with absolutely no effect, because if you give a golden dandelion to a baby horse, you can continuously feed it these things, and now we've invented the garbage disposal for the enchanted golden apple. Heck yeah, Minecraft community, we have gone a step further thanks to the golden dandelion. More seriously though, you can't eat it. I figured you might be able to, because you can eat golden, even though you can't eat golden melons, the glistening melons, you can eat the things that are actually named golden carrots and golden apples and enchanted apples, but sadly, you cannot eat the golden dandelion. Wait, actually, I've looked that up, and dandelions are actually incredibly edible. However, weirdly, in the real world, it's the gold that shouldn't be, and this is the first time that we've seen Mojang acknowledge gold as being harmful. Like, golden apples and enchanted golden apples give you a super boost in a way that doesn't make any sense, right? It's a mythical it's a fantasy thing, you could say. And the same is true for golden carrots. There's no way you would be full for longer from a golden carrot than a steak or a piece of bread or a baked potato or something. But interestingly, now we have a golden item that actually has a realistic effect, because if you eat a golden flower, it's not the flower that will harm you, but eating that much gold as a kid will brain damage you so much that you never develop fully into an adult. And I think it's a little bit dark, but also kind of crazy that Mojang is, for the first time, acknowledging you probably shouldn't eat gold, especially not if you're a baby animal, unless you're being used as a garbage disposal unit for enchanted golden apples, at which point it's fine. But speaking of mobs not liking gold, I now have the next level. Again, there's so many questions about this that I just I can't help but answer here for you. So what about bees and what about piglins? Bees like flowers, pigs like or piglins like golden items. The answer is that bees do not see it as food. They will not pollinate based off it. But piglins will see it as, well, I guess they see it as something shiny, but isn't that fun too? There's all sorts of other fun interactions of mushrooms and stuff that we'll have to leave aside to say that all of this is something that you'll be able to test on the Java right now. But what about the Bedrock preview and beta? Well, it came out at the end of my recording process for this. I'm in a very confusing time zone right now. I'm 5.5 hours ahead, if you're curious. Not been in a half time zone for an extended period of time, but just as I was about to go to bed, they released the 26.10.20 beta and preview. And if you're curious as to what is inside of it, well, they said on their official blog post, admittedly the same official blog post where they said a golden dandelion was crafted with ingots rather than nuggets, but on this same official blog post, they said it'd be coming, all these features would be coming to Bedrock later. However, they did actually update the models and textures for the donkey, the horse, the mule, the skeleton horse, the zombie horse, as well as all of these other things like the axolotl with new baby-specific animations. But it does sound like they haven't actually added the golden dandelion for whatever reason. Very curious. They did, however, actually give, just as a little skim here, they made it so combining an enchanted shield with an illager banner now actually transfers the enchantments. This is something that has affected me personally, but I'm insane for being on the list of people who cares and notices. So really cool to see that fix. And this is for the 26.10 update, which will be the drop. If you're curious as to how you can try this out, right now the answer is on Java snapshot or Bedrock preview starting next week, we assume. But as to when this drop will be coming out, the answer is in March, we assume. It could be April, but so far they've been every 3 months. And so in March is when you'll be able to actually play this as an actual end user. And in the meantime, we know that because they've started the 26.10 beta, now there is a brand new Bedrock update, which is in certification and therefore likely to release, I don't know, call it 2 weeks from now on a Tuesday, maybe 3 weeks, maybe 1 week, depending on how this all goes. But that is something that is very exciting, is it not? Well, it is. You don't have to say it's not, because it totally is. But as to what I think of this beta and preview, I've got to say, honestly, the golden dandelion is cool. It's a fun little feature by itself. But I also have to say, you know what, Mojang, you have committed to this theme of babies being the entire thing of the first drop of the year. It's the cutest drop ever. And so, if we're going for babies, I'd like to again point out that we need a combat update, because right now we've only got one hand and our baby hand just doesn't work. Right now, we've got main hand, cute, dull, grown-up hand, but we don't have baby stunted hand that's taking a golden dandelion. I mean, why can't we hold blocks in here? Look, it's cute when you put a little sword in your baby hand, whereas it's different in your main hand, of course. Anyway, the point is, Mojang, you need to update the baby hand. You need to give us this functionality. It's been 10 years as of February since this was added to Java. I think you can trust us to have it on Bedrock. Please, you can do it. I believe in you. Maybe wrongly. But with that said, if you are curious about where I'm recording this video from, well, I mean, it's a hotel room, obviously, but I'm actually in India right now for the very first time, and it's wild. This is the first time in my life ever. You always hear about this and assume people are exaggerating. It's the first time in my life I've been somewhere where being a white person made me like a celebrity. So I was just at a famous, I don't know if you've heard of this thing, but I was at a little tourist monument here, and interestingly, someone just came up to me and they're like, I want a photo of me shaking your hand hand. And he was so thankful. I liked it a lot. His whole family were there and wanted to do the same thing. I loved it. I thought it was very wholesome. But also, because I was here, I decided to get this iconic photo.
This is a good shot, huh?
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
Super nicely done, right? Anyway, if you want to stay up to date with the travels, you can do so over at IBXToyCat on Instagram. If you're on Instagram anyway, please follow me at ToyCatShorts. We need a certain number of followers to get that account to where it needs to be for the sake of verification. And if you're watching this video and want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel, because even if I'm in Delhi, even if my PC is out for repair, I'll still get you the latest and greatest in snapshot news on the day that it comes out. It is very late here as I'm recording this, so I'm going to go literally right to bed now. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.